Hi there, welcome to this edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Jabertha Atkinson. We have a wonderful show package just for you. More when we return.
Hey there, I'm Landy, your friendly guide to NLA Connect, the National Land Agency's customer engagement platform. Today we'll be navigating our page with some frequently asked questions.
Hey Landy, what's NLA Connect?
Hey there. NLA Connect is a simple, user-friendly online platform that's available 24/7 to customers, where they can submit various requests about land-related matters.
Hi Landy, how do I submit a request to NLA Connect?
Hi customer. Once on the platform, click Request and fill out the form with your details. Choose the relevant division and select the type of request. Pick your preferred response method, review, and consent to the privacy notice. Then submit. You will receive a case number to track your request.
Tell me something, Landy. Can you submit more than one request at a time?
No, you can only submit one request type at a time. Once that case is closed, feel free to send in another.
Landy, am I able to track my request?
Yes. To track your request status, click the Status tab. Enter your email or case number, verify with the code sent to your email, and then view updates ranging from submitted to closed.
How does the NLA treat my data?
Our privacy policy is in accordance with the Data Protection Act 2020. As a result, some of the technical measures used to protect your data includes firewalls, encryptions, and regular system updates. Also, our employees are only provided with your information on a need-to-know basis. Still have questions? Visit www.nla.gov.jm. Go to Applications, select NLA Connect, and check out our FAQs tab for more information. NLA Connect, your voice, our priority.
Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with accurate and timely information on government's policies, initiatives, and matters of national interest. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. Today we'll focus on a critical area of public health, maternal and newborn care. Jamaica has taken a significant step forward with the introduction of newly developed maternal health guidelines and a revised neonatal manual aimed at improving outcomes for mothers and babies across the island. Joining us for this important discussion, we have two special guests, Dr. Claudia Allen Burton, and let me get the titles correctly, obstetrician, gynecologist, maternal fetal medicine specialist at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital, chair of the Guideline Development Committee Emergency Obstetrics Protocols, and Dr. Carol Lord, a National Maternal and Neonatal Health Coordinator, a public health specialist in the Family Health Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and chair of the National Neonatal Technical Working Group. Doctors Lord and Burton, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I hope I got everything correct.
Perfect.
Wonderful. Well, let's jump into getting some facts here. So the newly developed neonatal health guidelines and the maternal health guidelines, why was it necessary at this time to redevelop this and update, upgrade? Why was it necessary? Dr. Burton.
Okay, so for the maternal health guidelines, the last edition was published or edited in 2013, I believe. So with the ministry's thrust in reducing maternal mortality, this had to be updated. A lot has happened since 2013, so we really needed to tackle the causes of maternal mortality, which is what is in the guidelines. We took the main causes of maternal mortality and we standardized the care and made it applicable for our setting.
I don't want to let you go yet, Dr. Burton, because you said the main causes of mortality. What are those?
So for maternal mortality in Jamaica, the top three causes are hypertension in pregnancy, as well as venous thromboembolism or a blood clot, whether it be leg or lung. And the other cause is hemorrhage, postpartum hemorrhage. So those are the top three causes of maternal mortality in Jamaica.
postpartum hemorrhage, meaning
Yes.
after your
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, those are 3 top causes.
Yes.
Dr. Lord, so these guidelines, we had an event where it was formally handed over to, it was Spanish Town, I believe, Spanish Town Hospital, and the intent is to go island-wide. This handing over of the guidelines, what does that mean for an hospital?
The handing over of the guidelines means that the public should know that it is our commitment. Listen, we care for you.
Okay.
We have step-by-step approach in which all the hospitals across the region would be offering the mother and the baby the same care. So if you go to Victoria Jubilee Hospital, you go to Mandeville Hospital, you go to Port Antonio Hospital, your baby is admitted to the hospital. We have the step-by-step guideline, which is able to guide the officers, the support, the nursing staff, the doctors, as to how to offer care for these babies. In that we're moving away from the variation of individual care.
Right.
We want institutional care.
So Dr. Lord,
The standardized care.
it's no longer about, maybe that's a good hospital, maybe that's, it's wherever you go.
Right.
These are the standard operating
Excellent.
procedures. All right, so Dr. Lord, I'm still with you. We know Jamaica has seen some improvement in the maternal mortality figures. Can you share some data on that? What have we been seeing?
Yes, actually for Jamaica, we have our maternal mortality figures are above that of the global expected rate. And it's not only for Jamaica, it's globally.
Above being good?
No, above being not good.
Oh, okay.
Means that the target is 70.
It's worse.
It is 70 for 100,000 live births. That's our Sustainable Development Goal target.
Right.
But globally, especially in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, countries across the world have not been able to achieve this target, and Jamaica forms part of that.
Right.
So our maternal mortality ratio is very high. But what is it? The good news is that it's not where we want it to be, but it is coming down.
Right.
And so that's the idea. Once we see that there is progress, there is hope. And so with those numbers coming down, we are moving from 211 per 100,000 live births during COVID-19, that is 2021.
Right.
And so we're now moving to 134.
Okay.
Yes, so we're moving in the right direction.
So we're trending down.
We're moving down.
And we're not just hoping, we're putting in guidelines,
Yes.
procedures to impact the figures and keep them going down.
Yes, but not only putting in figures, we're also conducting training.
Okay,
On
can you tell
these-
us a little bit more about that training? Just a little.
Yes, a little on the training is that we have training on these guidelines because it's the guidelines are not just there to be in the office on a shelf or
Right.
anywhere, but what we want it to be a living document, that it would be guiding management. And so we've actually conducted training. We've actually trained over 3,000 persons within this last year, and the year before it's over 5,000 persons, healthcare workers, on these on the step-by-step process we have in these guidelines. So that will help to influence care, whereby we have early identification and early intervention to save lives.
I love what you said. Not a document on the wall, but a living document. We could take that to the bank. Dr. Burton, now coming back to you. How were these guidelines developed?
All right. So first and foremost, as I said, we earmarked the top causes of maternal mortality. And we believe that if we can identify these causes and standardize the care for these top causes, then we'd better be able to offer, not just standardized, but world-class care for our mothers and our babies as well. So the main causes of maternal mortality, as I'd mentioned, the hemorrhage, the thromboembolism or clot, right? As well as the other causes that we looked at in these guidelines are sepsis or overwhelming infection, right? The hemorrhage, we said, our patients living with sickle cell disease, they contribute a significant portion to our mortality figures. So we had to really look at the care of these patients. So we did a deep literature review into each condition. We went through, introduction in the condition. We spoke about the risk factors for some of these conditions, because a lot of these patients, unless they knew prior to getting pregnant that they had or are at risk for these conditions, sometimes, it's difficult to access the care when necessary.
So you started with the issues.
We started with the issues. We started even before pregnancy, right? So we want the persons who have these conditions, you seek care if you're thinking about getting pregnant, seek care. Get your condition under control, identify if you're at risk for any of these conditions, and start your care early.
Dr. Burton, I have to jump in here. We have to take a little break. This is a very enlightening discussion on how Jamaica is strengthening care for mothers and newborns. So we're taking a quick break, but when we return, we're going to continue with Dr. Burton telling us how the guidelines came together. We'll look at the revised neonatal manual, the role of health professionals, and what these changes mean for families across the island. Stay with us. This is Get the Facts, and we'll be right back.
Jamaica, Jamaica.
Now Jamaica coming through with Janelle Smith, and the Jamaicans have a slight edge. And the Jamaicans are coming away here. What a run. Brilliant finish here. It's Jamaica's gold.
We produce the best athletes on the planet. Jamaica has the most gold medals per capita in the world. We produce the most musicians per capita. We have the most music produced per capita in the world. From a tourism perspective, we have many world-leading statistics as well. The Caribbean has the bluest waters in the entire world. Dutch River is the #1 attraction in the entire Caribbean. The luminous lagoon in Palma is the brightest luminous lagoon in the whole world. The Milk River Spa is the 4th most potent mineral spa in the whole world. Jamaica can fit into Australia 700 times, and Blue Mountain Peak is taller than every mountain in Australia. What I'm trying to share with you is that we are not ordinary. We are extraordinary. We are not normal. We are special. We're talking about us as Jamaicans living in Jamaica, that the world depends on us for bike, depends on us for excitement, depends on us for us to lead in the way of creativity.
Jamaica, Jamaica.
Welcome back to Get the Facts. We're discussing Jamaica's newly launched maternal health guidelines and revised neonatal manual with our two guests, Dr. Claudia Allen Burton and Dr. Carol Lord. And Dr. Burton, we went to the break right in the middle of you telling us how the guidelines came to be. We started with the issues.
Right.
What was the next step?
Okay, so in order to ensure that the manual is not just applicable to our setting, but to ensure that all persons can understand. So what we did, we assembled a team of persons from all the regions. Oh. So we didn't want it to be a Sarah or a Kingston or a town thing. Everywhere. We wanted everyone involved. Right. So all the regions were represented. We had our specialists, our obstetrician, gynecologists, we had our epidemiologists, a part of the protocol, the guideline creation, or midwives as well, because they are usually on the front line in terms of managing our patients. Cool. So we took each issue, we took it apart. We looked for all the new guidelines, the latest stuff, right, that is available, and we tried to make it applicable to our setting.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yes. Not only did you look at you brought the people who are doing the work,
yes.
in essence,
yes.
and said, help us formulate these guidelines. Yes. All right. Dr. Lord, alongside the maternal guidelines, which we've largely been speaking about so far, there's also the launch of a revised, and let me get the title right, Policies, Procedures, and Protocols Manual for Neonatal Care Unit. The first major update I hear in 20 years.
Yes.
What was that about?
All right. I must say that development of these protocols, guidelines, what you would want to say, they're not easy. Ah. It's dedicated work, right. Hard work. And so we do understand with many competing priorities, persons, it's very difficult to get a specialist in one place for a protracted period of time to develop these guidelines. And so we had actually come together to get these guidelines through because we recognize we're in a changing world, evidence are changing. As it relates to the neonates, to the premature babies, time is important. And so we have to incorporate the best practices from all over the world including Jamaica, to ensure that we can have early recognition and timely intervention for these babies. Not only that, the importance here is to, as we standardize care, be able to update what is happening, how we manage patients with respiratory distress, for example.
Right.
This vulnerable premature babies, that survival is very important.
Yeah.
And so if we don't intervene appropriately, we can lose these babies. And so this document had to be updated, We had actually been, in the updates, we have actually introduced the hepatitis B bird dose vaccine into that.
Okay.
We have introduced the sickle cell newborn screening into that, because, Jamaica is one of the only Caribbean islands that have 99.9% newborn screening. I must throw that one in.
Thank you.
Yes. But, things like how we manage jaundice, neonatal jaundice, the yellowing of the skin and the eyes in these babies. The graph, what age they are, what gestational age they are, how to manage these jaundice.
So if I can jump in here, care for the mothers, crucial, but care for the children.
Very important.
So we've updated both of them. They're now standing in a more modern place. And the manual, you mentioned how timely, let me phrase this correctly, how important time is, especially in neonatal care. So the manual emphasizes prompt admission, accurate documentation. What else are some of the key foundational things in that manual?
Well, coordination among the teams. Right, because the teams must be able to have a coordinated approach to management. The neonatal and the obstetric team, they must be able, okay, we have a mommy on the ward. Neonatal team, please come, tell mommy what to expect.
Okay.
All right, so that integration and that coordination in care help the nursery team to say, well, listen, mommy's going to deliver today. And so please make preparation. She needs a ventilator, she needs CPAP. Please get that those things ready for this baby. As soon as the baby comes out, go into the care. Because you know what? These premature babies and the babies born before the completed 37 weeks, we will say, they are actually taking up about over 50%. The death of these children are over 50% of our under 5 mortality rates globally.
Okay.
So we needed to revise this manual.
Right. Breaking down the silos, making it interconnected, and making it work for our mothers and our children. We're almost out of time. Where can families get access to this document? And is there an educational push for them to know what sort of care is being organized for them? Persons outside of the health sector itself. Dr. Burton?
Yes. So actually, one of the manuals has already been uploaded to the Ministry of Health and Wellness website, which is the management of postpartum hemorrhage. That was a leading cause of mortality, so we had to put that one up there first. The thought, or we plan to make access available for the other manuals in short order.
Okay, so even before the official handing over, people...
Hemorrhage had to be on the site. So it's been there for a few years, eh?
Yes. 2019.
Oh, wonderful. All right. So we're in the final few seconds of this interview. And Dr. Lord, is there anything that you'd like to say directly to our audience regarding maternal care, neonatal care?
Well, of importance, I want to say, Mommy, you miss your first period? Join your health facility. Seek health care professional immediately. If you are high risk, ensure that you're supervised and delivered by a specialist. Keep all your clinic appointments. That's very important. And once you see danger signs in our maternal record book, this famous record book, we have the danger signs that you can see. And so you tend to care quickly. Let me just show you. It's right in and every mother, once you become pregnant, you should have this book. And this page has all the major warning signs. Complication is there. Go to your health facility immediately. We call it Act Now. So I want to encourage you. You can have a healthy baby and a healthy mommy.
Thank you, Dr. Lord. And we also know that there has been a neonatal parent handbook that was introduced as well, which is also designed for the empowering of families, especially the parents of the babies who are admitted to neonatal units. All that information is there for you, and you've heard them go into why this was developed. Improving standards, ongoing training, greater access to care. our country is steadily moving towards safer pregnancies, safer deliveries, and healthier beginnings and continuations for our mothers and children. This has been Get the Facts. Our guests were Dr. Claudia Allen Burton, obstetrician, gynecologist, and chair of the Guideline Development Committee, Emergency Obstetrics Protocols, and Dr. Carol Lord, National Maternal and Neonatal Health Coordinator and a public health specialist in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and chair of the National Neonatal Technical Working Group. Until next time, I am Theodore Henry. Thank you for watching, and take care.
Anyone who has lived through a powerful storm event can say they felt tremendous relief once the winds died down. However, after a hurricane passes, danger remains. In our next feature, we look at environmental hazards that may present itself after the passage of a hurricane. Watch now to learn more.
When a hurricane passes, it may seem like the worst is behind us. The sky is clear, the winds calm, and communities begin the process of rebuilding. But long after the storm has moved on, hidden dangers can remain beneath the soil, in our waterways, and along our roadsides. Environmental risks that often emerge after a major storm. Post-hurricane conditions can significantly alter the environment. Heavy rainfall, flooding, and storm surges can disturb land surfaces, contaminate water sources, and displace hazardous materials, creating risks that aren't always immediately visible.
We ask the public to look out for changes. Changes in the water quality. You might be smelling something emanating from the stream that you used to use. You might notice a color change. There can be contamination from farms. There can be contamination from sewer systems, especially after flooding events that may occur after a storm.
And as such, residents are urged to avoid contact with stagnant water, ensure drinking water is properly treated, and report illegal dumping or environmental hazards that communities clean up.
So be cautious around where your water source is. What you use your water for. Make sure you boil your water before you use it. Even for basic domestic use. Potable water, you want to make sure you're getting it from a very clean source, and even then you want to ensure that you boil your water.
Another environmental danger associated with flooding is the misplacement of our wildlife species.
So one of the first things we do at NEPA is to try and remind the public that they need to be cautious around wetlands, anywhere there are any little creeks, any stormwater drains, rivers, and general wetlands, because the crocodiles are going to be displaced and may show up in areas that they are not normally seen.
Hurricanes also take a heavy toll on the nation's infrastructure. From washed out roads to weakened slopes, the damage left behind can pose dangers to motorists, pedestrians, and nearby communities.
After a hurricane or a storm or a major rain event, we are pretty mindful of the likelihood of landslides, breakaways, and damaged bridges. Also, retaining structures could become undermined. So these are the chief things that we look out for.
You also need to be on the lookout for soil erosion and damaged drainage systems that can continue to threaten roadways well after the storm has passed, especially if heavy rains persist.
Sometimes you will find a fall in the road embankment, meaning you get a dip, as people would say in Jamaica, while you're traveling. It suggests that something is happening underground, and sometimes it is not a base failure, it is a sub-base failure, which is quite deep. Sometimes it is as a result of water being underground and the subgrade material getting saturated. Other times we have seen where it's likely that a sinkhole might have been in that area, or some hole might have been there because of the amount of water that we would have seen coming out of the hurricane. Some of these become filled and then will cause embankments to fail. So these are some of the things that we have to be on the lookout for.
The public is also reminded to be careful when clearing debris, such as nails, broken glass, sharp metals, and other items that can easily cause injuries, and report abnormalities when they are presented.
The general public have to realize that the environment is theirs. You know, the environment is theirs as well. It's not the government of Jamaica, it's theirs, it's their space that they live in. So they need to be able to take care of it as much as possible. Where there is something outside of what they can do, we ask them to report these incidents to NEPA. We have a game warden system, which is basically community members who are very passionate about the environment, who are now being our eyes and ears out there, because we can't be everywhere. So you, the general public, can be the eyes and ears of us, the authority. When you see pollution events, when you see abnormalities, and you think it requires an intervention by the authorities.
After a heavy storm, recovery must follow, but in doing the work, be vigilant, because even after the winds have died down, the environment can still tell a dangerous story, one that requires awareness, responsibility, and collective action.
Jamaica, mighty one, oh, I bless our land always, for strength and no vigor, with love and no courage, oh, yeah. So let's remind ourselves and tell the world, hello. Jamaicans, hello, hello, I'm a Jamaican.
We have come to the end of today's show. I do hope that you enjoyed this package. To catch a repeat of this or any other, feel free to log on to our website at jis.gov.jm. Until next time, I'm Jabertha Atkinson. Do take care.